I want to talk about Aesthetic White by Sherwin-Williams. With a name like that, how can you go wrong? Stick around as we break this color down, and I'll give you some color pairing options so you know how to best utilize this color. It's color code SW7035. Let's crack the code together. So even though this color is called Aesthetic White, I would classify it more as an off-white, kind of like my little vest here. The main reason for this is because it has a reasonable level of depth. As far as white paint colors are concerned, there are definitely much lighter and brighter whites that exist. So in practical use, I would classify Aesthetic White as more of a light color rather than a white color. So essentially you would use it in situations where you wouldn't want something with visibly dark saturation, nothing that's overly dark and deep, but also something that wasn't white, so there was just a little bit of coloration coming through. And that's what you get here. A great way to analyze how dark a color will appear is by looking at its light reflectance value, which you can find on any major paint company's website. So because we're talking about Sherwin-Williams, you just need to go to the colors page on their website, and then you take that little extra step of clicking on the details tab, where you'll get some more information and more details about the color. You may notice that it also tells you the RGB and hex values of Aesthetic White, but from my perspective, the LRV is what I care about most. I guess the color collections it's been featured in is also kind of fun to know, but LRV is the most important part. So as we can see, 73 LRV. So all that means is Aesthetic White, when painted on a surface, like your walls or ceilings or whatever, it'll reflect 73% of the light that hits it. And that's light reflected back at you, which means it's lighter. Not nearly as light as high reflective white, for example, which is basically 20 points higher than that, but still, it's a lighter color, all things considered. Not unlike what I have behind me, actually. They're both kind of in the same ballpark. So as an off-white, this color is more of a muted, desaturated tone of beige, and it contains a touch of yellow warmth, which does give it a very pleasant, simple aesthetic, no pun intended. This also means that it's a color that you can label as a main color that you can put throughout your entire home and feel pretty good about it, knowing that it's more likely to coordinate with other elements of your design, because it's pretty neutral. So I selected a few color pairings for Aesthetic White, and as usual, I have a light, a medium, and a dark color, as well as an off-white to use alongside it. Typically speaking, the off-white color is usually a good suggestion for baseboards, doors, ceilings, but essentially anywhere you might want to use a light white color, that's what the off-white's for. So starting with the first color pairing, this is the lighter one. I picked something that was extremely close in depth, but instead of grayish, it was more of a cooler greenish type of color. Frosty White feels like Aesthetic White that's been left out in the cold for a bit. What's cool, no pun intended, about a color pairing like this is you get to use it in a few different ways. You can have the two colors coexist in the same space alongside each other for a pretty subtle pairing, or you can have one in place of the other depending on the space. Frosty White will work a bit easier alongside cooler grays in areas like kitchens and bathrooms, while Aesthetic White may be more suited for areas where you want that added coziness, like a family room, for example. But that being said, both of these colors are still pastel. So if you wanted something that had more apparent saturation and a really clear color hue, the mid-tone pairing I would offer is watery. What you're getting here is a mid-tone Tiffany blue that is muted a bit with gray, but not enough to prevent you from feeling the impact of that gorgeous blue-green combination. This is a color that will really pop against either of the off-whites we already talked about. Of course, because Frosty White has that cool nature to it, it will become the more natural pairing to watery. But on the other hand, because Aesthetic White is pretty different undertone-wise to that blue-green color, those two end up having a really interesting warm, cool push-pull. I'm a fan of watery, so it's always fun to be able to incorporate it. For my dark color pairing, it seems like a natural fit that going from watery, you gotta end off with After the Storm. This is going to be one of the darkest blues that you've ever seen, and you can easily go on and say that this is pretty much an off black. Its light reflectance value is actually pretty comparable to a lot of the black paint colors by Sherwin-Williams. But I like After the Storm's fit with these other colors because you are continuing that little trend with the bit of green in all of the paired colors. And even after the storm, although its primary color hue is a deep dark blue, you do have this very slight hint of teal in the mix as well, which will help with all the cohesion. All three of these pairings are meant to pop a little bit off of aesthetic white, which is acting as that solid canvas-like base, and you can truly incorporate these colors into a coastal color palette if that's your thing. If you're looking for a white paint color for all of these, I'd probably go with extra white because it's one of those timeless white paint colors that is crisp and clean, but not stark and lifeless. Here's another Sherwin-Williams off-white that I can't recommend enough, so take a look.